Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Micro Mutants Raph's Train and Battle Playset. That's right, we are moving along with more reviews of the awesome new Micro Mutant sets from Playmates Toys. This is one of the larger scale playsets. In fact, this is the only large one that is currently on store shelves, where it's a full Ninja Turtles action figure that opens up to reveal a hidden tiny playset with minifigures on the inside, so let's check it out. As you can see, it comes in a fully enclosed box that's got some artwork of the playset right there on the front, and as we rotate that box around to the backside, you get a look at the opened up playset and the potential for filling it up with a bunch of micro figures. Now, of course, everything you see there doesn't actually come with this, but it does come with a few micro figures that I'm going to show you as we get it opened up. So let's go ahead and remove this from the packaging and take a closer look at it. Now, as I've got it here, he is in the fully closed up action figure mode. When you remove this guy from the box, there's going to be some minor assembly required, but not a lot. I mean, he's mostly all put together, but there's a small sheet of stickers that you'll have to put on. There's a nice included sheet of instructions that'll help you do that. It's very easy, very straightforward. Kids might need their parents' help, but it's really pretty simple to put together. And then this is what we end up with. So we've got this kind of bulky, goofy-looking Raphael figure. He's actually quite large. If I bring in the tape measure here, you can see he's just under 10 inches tall. So he's a pretty big turtle. In fact, he kind of reminds me of the massive Leonardo figure that opened up into a playset for the standard 5-inch figures. So this is almost like a scaled down version of that, but with little micro figures to go inside of it. So that's pretty cool. And it's funny because, like, you get him in this pose, you can actually articulate him. I mean, look, he's got articulation at the arms. The head is static. The legs are static. Really, that's all you're going to get is the arms. And he's just like a big, bulky, obviously kind of oversized turtle. He's fatter than a normal turtle, but still neat how he closes up. It's a great way to display him if you don't want to keep him open. Also, he stores everything that he comes with on the inside. So I'm going to pull in real quick before we open them up the little baby turtles. These are the other Micro Turtles playsets. These are the smaller ones that are, you know, the baby turtles that open up like the clamshells. So that way you can kind of see them in comparison to this larger Raphael here. You can actually see they scale pretty good with that, but this shows you the varieties that we have with these playsets. So I'll move these out of the way for now. Let's go ahead and open the Raphael playset up. So this is what we've got. You can fold the back shell down, and there's actually this little kickstand that you'll want to pop out from the back of the shell there, just like that. And it snaps into place, and then you lower that back shell down. You can see it stands there pretty well. The front part of a shell also folds down, just like so. And on this one, you actually have this little ladder that you're going to fold out in the front just like that, and clip that down, and that will balance out that front part there, as you can see. So we got that all opened up there. Now there's a lot of other little things that kind of flip and fold open here. So both of the feet fold open just like this, revealing some little compartments underneath. We've got a cool little gem right here that we're going to unfold. So this right here is the little rock climbing wall. Just pops up just like that. You can see there's like a little punching bag dangling off there. There's another punching bag over here. And this right here folds up. It's actually like a little, kind of like a gymnastics bar, basically, that we've got going on there. We can pull out this little rocket launcher. This is a little standalone launcher, which is just like the ones we saw with the other sets that I've already reviewed. And then the face up here at the top also will fold open, just like that, which will reveal this little elevator on the inside. So after we get it all opened up, this right here is what we reveal. We just open up this entire Ninja Turtles action figure, and it reveals all this crazy stuff on the inside. So I'm gonna pop open this little cell over here, because this is where I stored everything pretty much when I closed it all up. So let me get all those figures out, and we'll take a closer look at everything that is included. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the little rocket launcher. So I brought this up already once. This is just like all the other ones that we've seen from the other sets. You can even detach it from the base. However, I don't know if there's actually anywhere on this one that you can plug it in like the others. So you're best to just kind of leave it on the base, but it's cool because you can place it wherever you want to. It does come with 3 of these red little missiles, and the way this works is it's not really like a spring-loaded thing per se. It doesn't clip in and have a button to press, but if you place that in there, you pull back the little plastic lever here and you release it, it actually fires the missiles, and it works pretty well. And we actually have some things in here that I'll show you that you can use that with. But before we do that, let's talk about the little micro figures. We actually get 3 micro figures with this set, just like with the others. So first up, we've got a little stealth ninja version of Raphael. So you can see he's got the black gear on, he's got the little goggles folded up on top of his head. So mostly he's just solid green and solid black, not a lot of painted detail, but still pretty neat. And these little guys, if you want to know scale-wise, they stand just over 1 inch tall. So these are little bitty micro figures. And he does come with his psi weapons, which are removable from the arms. The arms just kind of articulate up and down, and the legs move up and down as well, and they're kind of in unison. So, you know, both arms move at the same time, both legs move at the same time. In addition, we have one villain being Tiger Claw. Very cool looking little micro figure. Decent paint for what they are. And, you know, I don't expect these tiny little micro figures to have a ton of paint because, you know, there's only so much detail you can get on these, especially for a mass release item. So Tiger Claw here actually looks pretty good because they've even got the tiger stripes painted and everything. And his articulation is on par. You just move the legs up and down and the arms up and down. And then the last thing that this includes is a training dummy of Rocksteady. So we've got a little Rocksteady on there. He is non-articulated and non-painted. That's how all the training dummies are that come with these sets. They just have a little platform. He does have little pegs on the bottom, though, just like the figures, so he can stand on any of the pegged areas on the actual playset. So let's just go ahead and look all around the playset here and see some of the features. Since we're down here at the lower portion, we'll start here. Over on this leg, you can see we do have like lots of little control panels and stuff like that going on. So you can kind of see the little screen over here, little battle station. We have this little crane thing right here. This is actually supposed to be like a target practice thing. So this is where, you know, your little rocket launcher comes back into play. So you can bring that over here and you can do some target practice against the little crane piece there. It just kind of springs in and out where it just bobs back and forth. Boom, just like that. So pretty fun stuff there. A little target practice station. Over on the other side, if we come across here, you can see, again, we have another little screen. This one's got Shredder on there. This is one of the stickers that you'll end up attaching. That's pretty much all we've got going on there. But over on this side, we have a little jail cell area. So we can kind of open up that. You can lock your bad guys in there. And for both of those legs, if you kind of come back up to the top, you'll notice that you have the holes at the tops of the legs, so you can actually drop the figures down through. So, you know, if I wanted to, I can take Tiger Claw, can drop him down in there, and he will then fall all the way down to the little jail cell area down here. So you can kind of see he just pops right out of there. So here, if I do that again, I'll make sure the camera's on it this time. Boom, there you go, just like that. Oh, lock Tiger Claw up in there. Of course, it does the same thing on the other side with the target practice. You can just drop the figure in. They'll just pop up behind the target practice area. So fun little stuff there. So we have the little first platform here. You can see we got that cool little ladder that goes up. And this, of course, is a little training center for the turtles. Kind of neat. You can see there's little barbells or dumbbells sitting right there. They don't come off. It's just part of the sculpt. But you got a little area where the turtles can practice their sparring on the punching bags. You got a little rock wall that's got some grooves that you can stand the turtles on. You can even take the hands and you can clip it on to these little bars hanging down over here, unlike this kind of like gymnastics bar. And look at that. You can swing them around. Woohoo! Yeah, total power! So they can, you know, get a good workout and train up here to fight off the bad guys. So fun little stuff there. Okay, so back up here at the top, I kind of mentioned that we've got this little elevator up here. Now, you'll also notice there's a little kind of sewer hole here. So this, I guess, is supposed to be like the little sewer that brings you down into their lair. So that is just like an opening and closing door. But aside from that, we have this elevator that pops down right on top of it. So you can stand your figures on there. There's a little peg right there that you can stand them up. And that's just as easy as just, you know, using this little piece on the front, the little tab, just kind of push them up and down so they can go up and down that elevator. That's pretty much all we've got going on there. So let's rotate this around to the back side, where we've got one more platform where we can stand them up. You can see we got some more stuff going on here. So first of all, 2 more jail cells, but the turtles can really trap some bad guys if they break into the sewer. Look at that. So you got more area, 2 little areas there where you can throw some of the bad guys in, lock them in the dungeon grates and the floors, which seems a little unlike the turtles to do, but whatever. It's always fun having trapdoors to throw some of the baddies in. And then, like we've seen on the other sets, we have these little sparring areas, but you can see we have 2 different sparring areas. So you can use these areas for whatever you want. You know, if you want to actually put Tiger Claw here, or if we want to use the Rocksteady training dummy instead, he stands on there as well. So you can decide if you want Raph to fight Tiger Claw, or do you want him to, you know, just train against the training dummy over here. Let me get Raph on these pegs. There we go. Woo, that's actually kind of complicated because they move all around. But you can get Raph on there, and then, you know, you just turn the little lever, and you got ha, ha, ha. You got a dance party / workout routine, whatever you want to call it. And, of course, if you've got more of the Micro Mutants, because if you buy them from the blister packs or if you get them from the other play sets, you can put them all on here, and you can have all kinds of fighting / dancing / raving / whatever's going on down in the turtle lair. You can get that going on down here. Yeah. And the last thing we got going on is there's this little trap door. And you can see you just press that, and that kind of just drops him out the bottom. So Tiger Claw is like walking along. Oh, you just drop him, and you can see he just kind of came out the bottom down there, just like that. So just a little, it just pressed down, just like this. Just slides all the way down and falls back out the bottom. So that is all of the features that go with this particular set. But as you can see, there's a lot of room in this little thing. You got lots of space that you could fill it up with other micro figures. Like I said, there's blister card packs available of the micros with some vehicles already. You know, you've got the other sets that I've taken a look at. So you can really kind of fill this up with lots of micro figures, and I think there's a lot of room for play. So pretty fun stuff. I really like what's going on here, and I hope to see lots more to really build these out and make some fun displays. So now that we've seen the entire thing all apart, let me show you guys how to put it back together so that you know how to store this. There's actually a lot of space in here, so this one is very easy to close up and make sure everything gets stored. So the first thing I did is I closed up the face, and then we're going to fold down the rock wall here. And it works best, it seems, if we kind of put that down first, if we put down the exercise bar first, and then put the rock wall down on top of it there. Just kind of folds just like that. We can then take the ladder here, and this folds over just like this, and then we can fold the ladder up and kind of clip it down just like that. Now we should be able to close this up here with no problems. You want to push the elevator up. It actually will get in the way of you trying to clip this closed if not, but that way we can clip that up, and that should secure the front of the shell. The back of the shell, there's really nothing else you got to do. It's pretty straightforward. So just fold that up, clip it in place, and fold this little piece down. Now, we've got lots of room to actually store stuff. So, you know, we've got the little rocket launcher. I closed this up already, but what you can do is you can actually slide this right up there. That should fit in there just fine. Just, oh, well, look at that. I'm popping pieces out. So it might actually work to close that front first and then press the back. That way, you can get it all in there. But the great news is with all of these little dungeons that are in here, there's lots of places to store the figures. So you can just drop them down in those leg holes. You can just stick them up here in the front of the feet just like this. Look at that. Closes that shut. I can open up the cell over here, put a couple more micros in there, close that up, and boom. Just like that, we are back to having a regular Raphael that we can display on the shelves, put in the toy box, or what have you, so we don't lose any of those pieces. So there you go, my friends. There is a look at the brand new Raphael Train and Battle playset, part of the new TMNT Micro Mutants line from Playmates Toys. This particular set ranges around $24.99, and I found it at Target, so happy hunting, my friends. And hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on a Turtles review. Until next time, my friends!